This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Everybody licks their chops when they get the chance to play one of the most famous courses in the world, the Stadium Course at the TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Frank, where are the scoring opportunities on this Pete Dye layout?
You can always look at the par 5s, 2, 9, 11 and 16. They provide probably the best chances to make birdies, or even in some situations, eagles. The next best thing really is the short par 4s. 12 comes to mind, a little blind tee shot. You don't have to hit driver, just sort of something long ironish, maybe a fairway wood off the tee, and then a wedge shot into a green that, will certainly, if you put the ball in the right position, give you an excellent chance for another birdie.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here.
Safely on deck.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. And getting ready for the putt. One under early in the round. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
It's no snack, though.
He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the third.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too. You don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker. And it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is a beauty, a real beauty. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
It can't be that good.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Hole number 4 here at TPC Sawgrass. 384-yard par 4 deep fairway bunker to the right of the landing zone. You want to avoid that. What else is there to look out for, Frank?
Those huge mounds on the left, they're just as penal, really, as the bunker on the right. So this is one where you have to pick an object in the distance. Really focus on that.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Starting to fire on all cylinders. A couple of birdies in a row and now 4 under. 5th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. Long par 4. What's the challenge, Frank?
Depending, really, if you're long or short hitter. The long hitters have the luxury of taking it over the corner of the bunker down the right. Shorter hitters really play at that bunker down the left. 320 run out.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Just misses. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Did the job right there. Hole number 6, 393-yard, par 4. What's in store for us here, Frank?
Another one really where you're just trying to poke it down there. When you stand on that back tee, there's an overhanging limb that you just get an eye of. So if you try and hit that ball a little too low, that's going to encourage a miss hit. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Seventh hole here at TPC Sawgrass generally plays into the wind. One of the stadium course's most difficult greens to hit, Frank.
It's a really weird tee shot here. You have those three little pot bunkers down the right, and then that bunker that meanders once again all the way down the left side. The bunker that's just slightly right of the canal. Very awkward angle off the tee.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Good-looking shot right here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Really playing some beautiful golf. That's a 5th birdie today. Here we are at the 8th at Pete Dye's famed stadium course at the TPC Sawgrass. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Frank, this is a hole that I really like.
And players do too, Rich, especially off that back tee where it must be about 80 yards of shoot that you go through before the hole actually starts to open up. And this green, 11 bunkers in total around the whole putting surface.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. It's taken it to another level.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Oh my goodness, that could have been really bad.
Can you imagine if that kicks towards the bunker?
A good 20-footer here. How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in. Well, Rich, if he can make this one, add it to that string of birdies.
Generating some momentum now. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot now at the 10th, and again, Frank, accuracy is at a premium.
Yeah, gone are the days to sort of thrash it out of the trees like Phil Mickelson. Ideally, coming out of that fairway, you're hitting to a green that moves to the right, so that makes it a little bit more difficult than what the mind's eye first sees.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He has this or a birdie. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Let's go to the 11th. Now, it's a par 5 and a fun hole, Frank. You can make anything from 3 to 7 here.
And that's why, as the start of the back nine, especially on a Sunday, this becomes such a pivotal hole to start a run. Big body of sand down the left side that sometimes the longer hitters can get close to with the tee shot, but really it's the second shot. If you can reach this par 5 and 2, it's a very narrow green. The layup, well, it's actually an awkward layup, Rich, because you've got to push that ball to the left side, almost like a zigzag approach. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Down to the par 4 12th, and it's a pretty short hole, Frank.
Yeah, Pete Dye often doesn't get enough credit for his short par 4s. This is a great example where one of the features of it is the blind second shot, just to give you a little bit of doubt on judging the distance.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
Take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
One of the great things about this golf course, Frank, a variety of par 3s, different yardages. Here at the 13th, 181-yard par 3.
Yeah, this is where you have to be careful on the tee there. Anything left's just going to be eaten up by that lake. Matter of fact, if you hit one with a little bit of a hook and it catches the mound, it can still kick into the lake. So this one here, just be a little cautious on the tee.
Appears to be tracking well. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
Second shot.
Count that. That's a birdie. 14th hole, 481-yard par 4, ranking second in difficulty, Frank.
Yeah, this one always gets overlooked, Rich. You've only got to flick the drive a little left, and all of a sudden your round just gets completely wrecked. Ask Vijay Singh. It cost him a Players' Championship. Many a player there has dealt with that left side. You will pay the price.
Excellent, perfect position.
Ball's just sitting up, too. You could hit anything from there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So just a formality. Well, all right. Now we're on a little bit of a run. 2 straight birdies. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, I think one of the things that fans love about this gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18, each hole has that sort of hold your breath moment. Certainly 17, we know when that ball's in the air, you're holding your breath. Is it wet or dry? 16, same on that second shot. You're holding your breath wondering, where is it? Right in the water or left with a chance for 3?
That's why you don't want to get too sloppy on that tee shot. A lot of people look at 16 because there's a wide fairway and they think just get it down there. The extra 10 or 15 yards, there's a little ridge down that left side. If you catch that, the ball will kick good 20 yards further forward. 20 yards is too close. I'd much rather go into 17 with a 4-iron than a 2-iron.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. And that is how you jumpstart a round with an eagle. Frank, how early in the round are you thinking about the shot at 17?
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way. Should be safely on deck.
Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Oh, my goodness. He pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. Frank, really challenging second shot here at the home hole, the 18th.
You have to be decisive going in here. You can see all the trouble in front of you. Water left, that mounding on the right. Neither place really is good to go. So somehow you've got to muster up your best shot.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Standing over his birdie putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, and another example from the designer, Pete.
Rich, and there's not a single fixate on one of those trees.